And hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is your NFL guru, Neal, back with Week 14 predictions. So, let's get started right away. Bigger emphasis on fantasy this week. If you guys are playing fantasy football, you know exactly why. Playoffs begin for most leagues, so get ready. Let's start out with NFL predictions. Vikings at Cardinals on Thursday night football. And I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals in this one. I think Carson Palmer and that offense becomes too much for the Vikings defense, and they won't be able to keep up offensively. AP should have a good game. David Johnson, Michael Floyd, Larry Fitzgerald. It's going to be a great fantasy matchup. The Falcons at the Panthers, simple as this. Falcons keep losing and losing and losing. I'm going to take Carolina on this one. Easy win. The Saints at the Buccaneers. Start everyone against the Saints defense if you're playing fantasy, by the way. I'm going to take Tampa Bay in this one, but please start anyone you can. You got V-Jax, Vincent Jackson. You got Mike Williams, Mike Evans. You have Jameis Winston, even Winston, Doug Martin. Start anyone you can. You can even try Charles Sims, man. You could start almost anyone against the Saints defense and feel comfortable. Buccaneers win this game. 49ers at the Browns. Oh, ugly game. Very ugly game. The 49ers got a good win, though, last week with Blaine Gabbert. That was impressive. At the Bears, though, they did play without their second and third string wide receivers, so they obviously showed no respect for the Niners, and this is the NFL. Any team can win on any given Sunday. The Niners won that week. I'm going to take them to win, stay hot, 2 in a row, this time against the Browns, mainly because Johnny Football's playing. If the 49ers lose to Johnny Football and the Browns, I don't even know what to say, man. They're just disgraceful if they lose to the Browns right now. The Browns look awful. They look so bad. So if any team loses to the Browns in the next few weeks, and the Niners, you're on the clock. If you guys lose to the Browns, you're going to be hearing it from not only me, but a lot of NFL analysts. Zero respect for a team who loses to the Browns this season, as of now, starting now, because that would be really bad. The Seahawks at the Ravens, I'm going to take Seattle in this one. Schaub is Matt Schaub. Seattle wins this game. Start Russell Wilson and a bunch of other receivers. Lions at the Rams, I'm going to take the Lions in this one. This is going to be a good game. St. Louis is going to fight, but I'm going to take Detroit in this one. Redskins at the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears. Redskins going on a little 2-game losing streak. They're going to turn it around next week, but I think they lose this week. The Bears win this game. The Chargers at the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs. They're unbelievable, man. They just keep winning. 6 in a row, make that 7 in a row. The Chiefs win another one. The Bills at the Eagles. I'm going to take Philadelphia. This is going to be a fantastic game. Okay, it's going to be good. But I'm going to take Philly in this one. I think they just came off a huge win against New England. They're slowly figuring it out. Look for them to beat a good Buffalo Bills team, especially offensively. The Steelers at the Bengals, and what I believe is the game of the week. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, Andy Dalton and his boys win this one. I think Marvin Jones catches a touchdown. AJ Green. It's just going to be a passing attack. I will go 31-28 Cincinnati, so a good game here. The Titans at the Jets, this will be closer than most people expect. Mariota plays well on the road. I'm going to take the Jets to win this one, but this is going to be a good one. Yeah, Chris Ivory will play well as well. The Colts at the Jaguars, this is going to be a close one too. A lot of close games this week. But I'm going to take Indy. They got embarrassed. They're not okay with that. They want to win the division. They're going to win this game against the Jaguars this week. The Raiders at the Broncos. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos. The Raiders' playoff chances are pretty much over at this point. That was a huge loss to the Chiefs. They had that game and they blew it. They absolutely blew it. Look for Denver with Osweiler and that defense to win this game. As usual, Derek Carr is always a good start, even against the Denver defense. It doesn't matter. Derek Carr is playing like the best second-year rookie quarterback we've seen in the past, 20 years or so? Unbelievable. But I would take Denver in this one. The Cowboys at the Packers, I'm going to take Green Bay. I think they massacred the Cowboys. Look for them also defensively to dominate Matt Castle. The Patriots at the Texans on Sunday night football. And I am going to take the New England Patriots. They win this game. They're angry. Brady's angry. They lost at home against Philly, and they really got dominated that game. Let's be real. It was pure domination. The score doesn't reflect how dominant Philadelphia looked at New England. Chip Kelly's never lost 4 games in a row, which is quite amazing to think about. So he said, I'm going to keep that streak going, and went into Foxborough and beat him. Look for the Patriots to get their vengeance against the Houston Texans team, even on Sunday Night Football, with or without Gronk. He's not going to play most likely. I think LaFell plays well. I think Amendola has a huge game. And James White. Look for the Patriots to win this one. And on Monday Night Football. And I am going to take the New York Giants in a game at Giants at the Dolphins. The New York Giants, the G-Men, win a very important must-win game in an away atmosphere on Monday Night Football at Miami. The Giants win a good game here. This is going to be a shootout. I'm saying 42-37 or 36, but the Giants win this game. It's going to be an awesome one. Okay, now we have fantasy football predictions, and these are the big ones right here. Playoffs, get ready. Quarterbacks to start. Start Andy Dalton. He's a great start this week. It's a very weak Pittsburgh Steelers secondary. Start him. Sit Matt Ryan. They're playing at Carolina. I don't trust Ryan. They've been falling off completely. The Falcons look terrible. Don't start him against a great Panthers defense. Running backs to start. Frank Gore against the Jaguars. That's a given. The Colts are going to run the ball a lot. And Chris Ivory against the Titans. They're going to run the ball a lot as well. The Jets will pound the rock. Both are great starts. Sit Mark Ingram. Not a great start at Tampa Bay. They actually play pretty decently at home defensively, so I wouldn't start Ingram. Don't start Devonta Freeman. Don't start anyone against Carolina, except for Julio, of course. It's risky. I wouldn't start any Falcons players against the Carolina Panthers, except for Julio Jones. Wide receivers, start Dougie Baldwin, a.k.a. Doug Baldwin. He keeps doing the Dougie. He's staying hot. He's playing at Baltimore. He's going to have a great game. Also, Randall Cobb against the Cowboys. Not a great secondary. They're not bad, but I still don't see him as a great start. I see him as a good start. I don't see the Cowboys as a great defensive start this week, though they didn't do that bad last week. And defensively, they're not going to be able to stop the Packers. And Cobb is going to have at least a touchdown, over 60 to 70 yards. Sit Martavis Bryant. I think the Bengals defense lock him down this game. I'm looking at Marcus Witten this game. D'Angelo Williams, Antonio Brown. I don't think Bryant has a big game. They take away the big plays. When you take away the big plays, that's what Martavis is known for. You can't really rely on him on short intermediate routes. Sit Bryant. Also sit Brandin Cooks. The Saints are away. Whenever they're away, he doesn't really play that well, and it's at Tampa Bay. Don't start Cooks. Okay. Tight ends. Start Jason Witten. He's probably the only guy on the Cowboys who will produce this week. I'd start him against the Packers defense. That doesn't do that well covering tight ends. Sit Delanie Walker. They're playing the Jets. I don't think Walker has a very good game. The Jets are a very solid defense. They're a solid group. Sit Delanie Walker. Kickers to start. Sebastian Janikowski. They're at Denver. They're not going to be scoring tutties. Okay, not many touchdowns. A lot of field goals. He has a knack for kicking field goals in Denver, too. Set that record a few years ago, about, I think it was 2010 or 2011, a while ago, actually, not too long ago. But he's a great start this week against a Denver team that loves a lot of field goals. Sit Cairo Santos. He was off last week. Now they're against the Chargers. All he's going to be doing is kicking extra points, 4 or 5, maybe a field goal. That's 8 points tops. That's not something you want to rely on in the playoffs. Defense to start, the Jets. The Titans aren't going to be able to move the ball down the field much. The Jets defense are a fantastic start. They'll force a couple of turnovers as well. Sit the Rams defense. I don't trust them against Detroit. They're falling off. They're slowly loving more and more rushing yards a week. I don't trust the Rams defense. Simple as that. Sleepers, we got a quarterback, Jameis Winston. He's against the Saints. Start him. Simple as that. Start him. The Saints defense is awful. Worse in the NFL passing wise to fantasy quarterbacks. Start him. Running back, underrated. Start Charles Sims against the Saints. Once again, he's against the Saints. Start people against the Saints every single week. Thank you. Like, it's not that difficult. Okay, Sims is going to have a great game. Wide receivers, sneaky ones here. With Johnny Manziel back, I would start Travis Benjamin. They have a good rapport, okay? They have a great chemistry going. I would start Travis Benjamin and Danny Amendola. I don't think LaFell, he seems kind of old, man. He seems kind of off. He'll have a decent game, but I think Amendola carries the, receiving wise, carries the team for the Patriots against the Texans. Tight end to start, Clive Walford on the Raiders. He's a very sneaky start. And you know why? It's because the Broncos shut down receivers. Someone's got to be open. Carr gets his 150, 200 yards every week. Look for him to stay constant. Start Clive Walford if you really need a tight end. He's a sneaky start this week. And finally, we have the Packers defense. Great start this week. They're playing the Cowboys. Matt Castle had one, okay week. It wasn't even that great. Cowboys offense won't really be clicking this week. Start the Packers defense. So there you have it, folks. For all you college students, hope you guys, are doing well. Good luck on finals either this week or next week. Winter break is coming up soon. There are going to be some great games Thanksgiving. There were some great games Thanksgiving, but there are going to be some great games in the winter break, especially during the Christmas time. So let's keep an eye on that. That's coming up soon. But for now, stay tuned and good luck in your fantasy football playoffs for those of you that start this week. Have a good one, you guys.